lifted me. Love lifted me. Love lifted me. When nothing else would do, you know, love lifted me. Hey everybody, I'm in a kind of a Kenny Rogers kick lately, if you couldn't tell. Welcome to another Wednesday night Sacred Pipe Ceremony. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are going to be doing ceremony. And I actually started doing this back at the beginning of the pandemic when we couldn't gather together in person. And so I started doing these videos to kind of hold space for people in the middle of the week, give people a chance to connect to spirit, to kind of breathe and be still and safe and sacred space. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're here in my beautiful office, and I'm hoping that in the next, hopefully within a month or so, we should be able to move back outside. It's starting to get lighter out and everything. We're almost to equinox, and pretty soon I'll be able to actually do these outside. And actually I've been thinking about doing some in person, like having local people come in and joining me, like in the park and different things like that. So who knows? There's a lot of things on the horizon, a lot of things changing and shifting and growing, and so stay tuned for all of that good stuff. We are here, and I got the fire going in the virtual fireplace. We've got Bernard, my faithful office cat, watching over us. Yeah, so let me put my phone down so that I can actually get ready. And so I almost was late again. Even though I've been here the whole time, I was almost late again because I was drawing my comics. And but I'm just setting up my altar and getting things ready while I just kind of ramble a little bit. So the Sacred Pipe Ceremony, for those who have never been to one, that'll work, is a Lakota ceremony. It is the most sacred ceremony that I know, and I was raised Catholic, and I became pagan, and now shaman, and so I know my way around ceremonies and ritual. I've been doing rituals my entire life, and this is the most sacred ceremony that I know of. So, and it's just such an honor to be able to share it with people. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. All right. Hopefully between those 3 candles, that gives you enough light to see me clearly. Oh, I'm gonna have to grab my drum in a minute. I've left my drum on the wall where she lives. All right. Love would do. You know, love lifted me. I have quite a few little things to put on my altar. This is one of my newest ones. I have a white alligator spirit guide, power animal, that specifically helps me with pipe ceremony. And his name is Ansel. My spirit guides actually seem to really enjoy alliteration. A lot of them, it's Ansel, the alligator. I've got Henry, the hummingbird, Penelope, the pelican. Seems to be a thing. But then my guides are at least as goofy as I am, if not more. So, alrighty, so, ta-da! I believe that is everything. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to take my shirt off because I get really warm during ceremony. We're down at the river where I normally do ceremony for myself. Like, it can be cold out, but as soon as I start doing ceremony, I tend to warm up. And then as soon as I'm done, as soon as I close the space, like, holy crap, it's cold out here, you know. So hold on one moment. I need to go grab my drum. Love lifted me. Love lifted me. When nothing else would do, you know, love lifted me. Alrighty. So, thank you again for coming. Welcome. I'm so glad you joined us. Even if you're watching this years from now, your energy is still a vital part of this ceremony. And so I thank you for that. So the first thing we do when we're doing ceremony, of course, is set sacred space. After we wedge the head of our drumstick on, because I already lost it once today. I need to glue it back on. But so we're going to call in the spirits to hold space for us, to create an energetic higher frequency circle, ring, bubble around us, so that we can let go of our own worries. We don't have to be hyper vigilant about what might be coming next, that kind of thing, so that we can open ourselves to receive the blessings of spirit. So spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, and the ancestors of the land, love the feeling of sacred space. It's awesome. All right, so in case there's anyone watching that aren't familiar with the sacred pipe, this is a sacred pipe. It was given to the Lakota people 19 generations ago by White Buffalo Calf woman, who just happens to be one of my main spirit guides. So I'm grateful to get a lot of like personal instruction and guidance. But so she brought the pipe 19 generations ago and taught the people the symbology and the power of the pipe. And that is that the stem is the divine masculine, and the bowl of the pipe is the divine feminine. So you've got a wooden pipe, which is organic, that grows, that evolves, that dies, and then you've got the bowl made out of catlinite stone that is the stable foundation, unchanging divine feminine. And so when we put the two together, it's like all of creation. It's the masculine and feminine, the hard and the soft, the yielding and unyielding, whatever duality you can mention is part of the whole. And so when we put the pipe together, it's basically like holding the cosmos in our hands. And so when we put the pipe together, it basically wakens the spirit of my pipe. And it creates a channel straight to Creator. So from the time we put the pipe together until we take it apart again is one giant prayer. So as soon as the pipe goes together, it's like kind of monitor your thoughts and challenge yourself to think the biggest, best thoughts that you can. Dream bigger than you ever would before. Like, as an artist, I've always heard the thing about, when you're pricing your stuff, price it, put what you feel you're worth, and then add to it, charge a little bit over what your comfort zone is. And so I've been kind of challenging people to do that with their dreams and their prayers. It's like, dream big, dream beyond what you're comfortable, because if you can dream it, you can experience it. There is no limits, and we tend to settle. Oh well, this is the best experience. This is the best experience I've had so far, so there can't possibly be anything better. It's like, no, there is always better. The universe is constantly changing and evolving, and we are constantly changing and evolving. And if there is a desire in your heart, something you are longing for, know that you couldn't long for it if it didn't exist. The fact that you long for it is proof that what you're longing for exists, because you wouldn't have a reference point otherwise. And so reach for those dreams and those prayers that are beyond your comfort zone. Because like I said, when the pipe is together, there's a channel straight to Creator. It goes unfiltered, no waiting. And so what the actual ceremony will look like, the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage, and I'm going to smudge everything here on my altar that you saw me assembling earlier if you were here. And then I'm going to say a prayer asking permission to smoke in this place at this time. And then I will join the pipe together, and then I will put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl. And that part I do out loud. So you'll hear the prayers I say and the offerings I make during that part. And then once I have the pipe filled, there's a song that White Buffalo Cappleman gave me to sing before each ceremony that I facilitate. So I will sing that song at that point. And then I will light the pipe, and I will blow breath blessings to the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, to Creator. And then I will hold the pipe with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart, just for a moment for a silent prayer. Then I'll come back and I will relight the pipe. And then after that, I will blow a breath blessing straight at my camera. And that is a blessing coming from my heart through the magic of the smoke carried by the Tobacco Nation, through my phone, through the magic of the holographic universe and the internet, coming through your device, whatever you're watching this on, to your heart. And so at that point, that's when you pray your biggest, bestest prayers, set your biggest, bestest intentions, because that is when it goes straight to Creator. And then I will continue to blow smoke and blow breath blessings for my own intentions, for some friends' intentions and stuff. And so the purpose of this really is to hold space for you. So whatever you do to connect to Spirit is welcome. If we were doing this in person, it would be different. But because of the nature of this being on video, if you sing or chant or dance or drum or do yoga, tai chi, or whatever you do to connect to Spirit, that is what I want you to do during this time. Because we just set up that sacred space, a safe and sacred energetic container where we can drop our shields, we can drop our protection, because we're being protected by the spirits. And so pray out loud, sing, chant, dance, whatever it is you do to connect with Spirit. That is the purpose of this video. So then, once I'm done, once I feel like the energy is complete, I will say another prayer. I will sing a song, and then I will take the pipe apart. And that'll be the end of the pipe ceremony portion. And then we'll see what happens after that. A lot of times my guides will prompt me to speak about certain things or whatever. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what comes out. So let's get started. And thank you again for joining me. I always look forward to this. This is one of the highlights of my week. And I appreciate your presence. All right. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Oh. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Magikiwas, and Waboos, there is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane Bayama Okane grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. Thank you for our lives. Thank you for our paths. Thank you for your guidance, holding us true, loving us, carrying us, seeing us when we cannot see or love the truth of ourselves. Thank you for who we have been, for who we've become, and for who we are becoming. Aho. Ihila ihio, ihila ihio, ihila ihio, ihi, ihi, ihila ihio, ihila ihio, ihila ihio, Now. Oofda. Okay. There. I tell you, when there are a number of us doing this together, it is so powerful. I mean, I know I say this a lot. I feel a lot like I tend to repeat myself week after week after week. But there's something about being in circle, even if it's a virtual circle, that exponentially affects the prayers and the power, the energy that that comes through. So I thank you for that. Not that it's not powerful when I'm doing it on my own. It's just like it's kind of a different flavor or different consistency of power, if that makes sense. But yeah, so thank you. I never know, and I say this every week too, I don't know, never know what I'm going to say, but I just had a healing from a dear friend yesterday, and one of the spirits who showed up to help was Joan of Arc, and which was really kind of synchronistic because I've been feeling a lot of connection with her lately. And one of her quotes is one of my all-time favorite quotes, when she said, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." And I keep playing with that in my head because each of us have come here with a purpose. Before we were born, we made a choice to come here, and we had, and everyone's purpose is different. That's why you can't judge. It's like what one person is doing is exactly what they came here to experience. Not that we, have boundaries in society and such that we, need to uphold. And, but you came here with a purpose. You came here with an idea of what you were meant to do. And you know, and I was just learning yesterday, I'm working with this Irish shaman to learn more about my own um, heritage, the shamanism from my own ancestors. And whereas, like, when you learn Reiki or other energy healing and stuff like that, one of the basics is the 7 chakras, right? In Irish spirituality, Irish shamanism, instead of 7 chakras, they talk about having 3 cauldrons. And the first cauldron sits like your belly, your pelvic area. The second cauldron is basically your heart. It kind of goes from your solar plexus to your throat. The third cauldron is in your head, and it goes from like half your throat chakra up to your crown chakra. And the reason I bring this up is because when you're born, according to the Irish shamanism, that first cauldron, it's called the cauldron of warming, and that's the only one that's filled when you're born. It's kind of like it's the cauldron of formation, of initiation, and creation, and recycling. And so it's like that's the one we're born with. And then as we grow, the other cauldrons turn, like when you like they're like upside down. The top 2 are upside down, but as we grow, they start to turn and to fill. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because what I'm really talking about when I'm talking about purpose and Joan of Arc is vocation. And the second cauldron is the cauldron of vocation. That's why it's here in your heart area. Because as we grow and we learn who we are from the cauldron of warming, and it flows, you know, there's a flow between all the cauldrons, and like the warming, I picture it as steaming up and, you know, raining into the other ones, or I don't know that. And I apologize if I'm awkward or getting anything wrong about this. This is new knowledge to me. I'm still exploring it. I'm at the very beginning of it. But the main thing is that as you grow and you learn who you are, that's when the cauldron of vocation starts to fill. When you start to feel a direction, or you get, you know, you realize your talents or your propensity towards certain things, certain activities, finding out what brings you joy. And we're so brainwashed in this society that we got to go to work, we have to earn a living, be a good citizen, you know, add to the system, which is totally put on us from outside. But when we can live from the inside, live by our heart, by our vocation, do those things that bring us joy, you are adding to society. It's like there was a book back, I think in the 80s, possibly back into the 70s, with like, do what you love and the money will follow, which is kind of an oversimplification of things. There's a lot of stuff in between that, but it's basically true. It's like, if you're doing what brings you joy, that is, like Joseph Campbell talked about, following your bliss, right? And when you follow those desires, I was talking about those desires, those prayers and intentions, dreams, it's like those are the things that draw us forward into our destiny. That is your vocation. That is your purpose. And the point I was wanting to make with all of that was that you came into this life fully knowing you are capable of fulfilling whatever purpose you came here to do. All right? So whatever your dreams are, Don't let society, don't let other people beat you into submission, give up on your dreams because they can't see it being possible. Like I said, they have their own purpose. They cannot possibly judge you on what you do with your life. You are a sovereign being here for your own purposes. And by fulfilling your own purposes, you fulfill the entire world, the entire universe. That's what you're here to do above all things, is to be your authentic self. And so by following your dreams, again, Joseph Campbell said, like when you move in the direction of your dreams, where once there were walls, doors start to open. That's the power of dream. That's the power of prayer. That's the power of intention. That when you have that desire in you, that gumption, that call, that vocation, the universe does everything it can to support you in that. And so, going back to Joan of Arc, I'm not afraid, I was born to do this. Those things you dream of being, that the stuff that you can't not do, that is your purpose, that is your vocation. It is a calling. It is Spirit calling you to fulfill what you came here to do. And so the universe is going to support you every step of the way. Bringing the right people at the right time, like the synchronicities that happen. You'll be thinking like, oh, geez, I really need this in order to, further my path. And all of a sudden, boom, people are talking about that thing that you needed, or you meet someone who's an expert in that. Like for instance, the woman I'm working with from Ireland, that's helping me connect with my ancestry and the shamanism of my ancestors. I was like, I need to learn more about my ancestors. Boom. I just happened to her blog. She has a blog, and it popped up on my feed or something. And I'm like, oh. And so I looked up her website and saw that she does teach and different things. And so I contacted her, and it just flowed. And so it's like, where I was like, I don't know anything about my ancestors. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know what to do. If you're continually looking for the obstacles or accentuating the reasons you can't do something, the universe will support you in that as well, and will bring you obstacles, will bring you reasons not to do what you came here to do. But when you set that intention to fulfill your destiny, there is nothing to be afraid of. The universe will move mountains for you to meet the right people, to acquire the right skills, to do whatever is needed to do to get you to that energy, to that place. One of the things I have on my altar, if you can see, that's a beaver jaw. And beaver is the visionary among the animals. Beaver is the one that looks at trees, and rather than just seeing trees, sees the potential, sees how the world can be changed. He sees the trees not as an empty resource like we tend to, like the earth is there for us to take, but a living resource to enhance the life of the entire forest. He sees trees, and he visualizes dams and lodges, and then he goes ahead and he starts moving toward that dream, knowing full well that the universe is not going to give you a dream without providing the resources to get there. It's the full circuit. It's not just the dreaming. Like a lot of people consider Leonardo da Vinci as kind of the ultimate dreamer, because he created all these inventions, he created all these things, but he never actually built any of them. And so they were left in the dream stage. They were left, he never fulfilled that dream. But the universe is not going to give you a dream of who you can be without giving you the resources to become that. You were born to do this. You were born to be who you are. Who you, like the prayer I say at the end of the pipe ceremony about thank you for who we have been, for who we are becoming, or no, who we have been, who we have become, and who we are becoming. Because it's a recognition of where you are and gaining the wisdom of the past of where you are and the dreams that are drawing you into your future to become who you can be. So, and especially starting out, it can be scary. Especially in our society, especially in this time with so many trolls and so many people telling you, you can't do it that way, or you can't do that, or whatever. And it's like, so it takes, it takes courage to move in your own direction. No matter what others say, no matter what others do, no matter what others think. But once you get that momentum, the courage is, you can't have courage without fear. Fear is the seed of courage. And so even though it might be scary, this life is about expanding beyond our comfort zones. It's about gaining new territory, new evolution, new learning, new expansion to become who we are meant to be. So there will always be discomforts, there will always be stretching to reach something, but that's part of our growth. And without that little seed of fear, you would not have courage. And that's how we grow. Courage takes that fear and turns it into a solid stepping stone rather than a pitfall to fall into, if that makes sense. So, and you are spirit, like Dr. Wayne Dyer always said, you are a spirit having a human experience, not a human having a spiritual experience. Spirit is your default setting. Spirit is your essence. You are divine light and love. And this human experiment is just a screenplay. It's just, on some level, it's an illusion to remember who we already are. So, I am not afraid I was born to do this. When you move in the direction of your dreams, the fears might come up, challenges might come up, but those challenges are more like doing reps in the gym. They're making you stronger. Every one of those that you step past, every inner demon you face and walk on anyway, strengthens you and builds that confidence, builds that integrity, and builds your momentum to keep moving toward your dreams. Because what this world needs is more people living in their passion, living their dreams. It would be such a better world if everyone were doing what they were called to do. If everyone was supported in doing what their heart calls them to do. Of course, my default setting on that is Star Trek. When you think about the future, the Starfleet and the Earth, when there was no money, everyone is supported, everyone was supported in finding out where their niche was rather than being told what they could or couldn't do. And we're all connected, and we are all a part of the earth. So whatever is needed in the world, in our society, there are going to be people called to that place. You can't have a vacuum. You can't have an empty place. There will, if we were all doing what we wanted to do, you know, we are naturally good. We are naturally social creatures. We are naturally herd animals that we see to the good of our entire herd, right? And so, like, a lot of times, because we're raised on the false creation myth that we are sinners, that our ancestors did wrong, and we're paying the price, and we have to atone, and we have to earn our freedom and our eternal life and all of that. Where was I going with that? That keeps us, that squelches our dreams, that and makes us keeps us in place in society. And so, because of that myth, we think that humans are naturally flawed. That left to our own resources, humans will, you know, rape and pillage and that. And so we're like afraid of letting people do what they want to do. But when we move in the direction of our dreams, we have everything we need. And as, like, again, as you're growing, as you're building that confidence and your identity and your integrity, everything you need comes to you. So there's nothing you need from someone else. You're empowered. You don't need to take your power from anyone else. You don't need to take resources from everyone else, because there's enough. It's not pie. There's enough for everybody. And from that place of the heart of wholeness, remembering our wholeness, that is contagious. It's like when you're whole, when you're filled with love, love is what comes out. It's like, again, like Wayne Dyer talked about, when you squeeze an orange juice comes out, right? If you're love comes out. You're going to be loving. You're going to be helpful. You're going to support others. That is our natural setting. And so if we all did what we want to do, the world would be a better place. So don't be afraid. You were born to do this. And the universe will step in every step of the way to back you up, to support you, to bring you the resources, the synchronicities, the people, the situations you need to fulfill those dreams. Just like Beaver, the universe is not going to give you that vision of the dam or the lodge, you know, without giving you the resources to do that. And so the beaver fulfills his vision and his dream, builds the dam. He's not doing it, you know, oh, I'm going to help all of society. I'm going to help all of the forest. He's doing it because that's his vocation. That's what he was born to do. But by doing that, he benefits the entire woodland. He creates new water sources for other animals to drink from, creates new environments. He creates bogs and marshes that help soak up the excess water of rains and storms, etc. So by fulfilling his purpose, by just following his vision, everyone else automatically benefits from that. So believe in yourself. Know that you came here with a purpose, and that the universe is going to support you and do whatever it needs to do to help carry you to that purpose, to bring the synchronicities, the people, the situations. So I am not afraid. I was born to do this. You were born to do this. You were born to become yourself. And nothing can stand in the way. Nothing can change that. Wow. I had no idea I was going to talk about that. That was kind of an impassioned thing. I felt myself just kind of like, ah. But believe in yourself. You are love. You are joy. You are divine light. And nothing and no one can change that. No one can take that from you. You are an eternal being. You're already whole. And spiritual growth, this world is all about remembering that wholeness. That's how we, as light workers, we come here to anchor the light in the physical world. That's how we do it, is by remembering the wholeness, by expanding ourselves more and more to that wholeness that we are, so that we become the presence of light and love in this world. And then through entrainment, by raising our frequency, we automatically raise the frequency of the collective. Again, everybody benefits. So there you go. Thank you for listening to me ramble. So that is our evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to release the spirits that have been holding space for us so lovingly. But know that I am here to support you on finding that purpose. I do card readings with the medicine cards, which are working with the totem animals to get your insights, to find out what's going on behind the scenes, what's coming up for you. I also do shamanic healing, like soul retrievals, bringing back parts of your soul that have left or fractured because of traumas, like when you think, oh, I haven't felt the same since ... I help bring those soul parts back so that you can remember, more of that wholeness. And so my job is not to tell you what your purpose is. My job is not to tell you how to do things, but my job is to help, to guide you, to listen to that, your own heart, to help make your hearing a little more keen, to hear the intuition, to hear spirit, to listen with your spirit ears, to see with your spiritual eye what you are meant to do. So you can visit my website, perchingwolfstudios.net, and you can see all the different offerings I have there for readings and classes and healings. And it is my joy, my absolute joy, to be able to help people. I love my job, and I'm good at my job. So give it a try. Give me a try. Even if you just want to talk to a shaman, make a session. We can talk. Give you the, a shamanic perspective on whatever is going on in your life. Help you see some options that you might not see. But that is my joy, is to help others find their own light. I have the best seat in the house. I get to watch other people light up and go for their dreams. It's the most awesome thing in the world. So, please share this video if you know of someone that it might be helpful for, someone that might get something from it. Invite your friends. Every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, we'll be here. I've got some new classes coming up, so you can check my website and you can check my Facebook page to see, keep up to date on the classes. And if you came in late or something and you want to watch this video again, I'm going to save it to my Facebook page. I'm also going to upload it to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel, where I have almost 3 years worth of these videos of readings, videos of the pipe ceremony, videos of stories and PSAs, public shamanic announcements, talking about soul retrieval and different aspects of shamanism. So check that out, subscribe, and so thank you again so much for being present here. Thank you for sharing your energy with the rest of us to complete this circle. Even if you are watching this after the fact, years from now, your energy is an integral part of what happens here. So I thank you. So here we go to release those spirits. thank you again so much for joining me. I'm always here if you need me. And until I see you next, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Go shining. Don't be afraid. You were born to do this.